ago, my husband told me that I was a bare minimum wife and mother.
My husband told me he settled for me. I was a single mum of 2 when I met my husband.
Truth is, most men settle. Most men settle. Most men do not get the woman that they actually want.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. I hope you all are well. Guys, we are back again with another interesting topic about dating. So recently there are a lot of people making videos talking about men and how they do settle when they want to get married. A lot of people are saying that a lot of men are with women who they do not love just because those women are available, or a lot of times most of the women they want to get married, their standard is always like very higher. Yes, like you have a woman you want to get married to, but her standard is so very high, and you cannot high your standard. Instead of highing your standard, you lower your standard and marry somebody who is below your standard. Then at the end of the day, you end up cheating on that girl. There are a lot of men who are in relationship that are cheating on their women because they do not have physical attraction to them. They don't like them, they don't love those women, but because those women feed a particular thing that they are looking for. Maybe a lot of these men want a woman that will not take a lot of money to maintain, want a woman that will not challenge their authority, want a woman that will settle for anything or that will take anything he do to her, want a woman that will take any nonsense from him. So they will go for that kind of woman even when they know that they are not physically attracted to them. At the end of the day, they will be cheating on them. This is also the reason why sometimes you see a very handsome man that that have been flirting around with beautiful girls. When he wants to settle down, he go and look for a woman that, like, you'll be like, no, but this is not the kind of women I used to see you go around with when you are dating. The reason why it is like that is because they are settling for less. A lot of men do settle for less. And in this video, we are going to go through a lot of videos that talk about this. And if you enjoyed this video, please follow me for more content like this. I'll come at the end of the video and tell you my own personal opinion. Let's go.
Years ago, my husband told me that I was a bare minimum wife and mother. This obviously upset me. I felt like I was doing everything. I was raised by a mother who contracted out raising us, worked full-time, and our coaches, teachers, the heavy lifting of raising us. So as a stay-at-home mom who makes home-cooked meals every night with her children from sun up to sundown, eyes open to eyes closed every single day, what do you mean I'm bare minimum? So I took this very personally because he didn't really elaborate. Started doing all this extra stuff like making butter, making pasta from scratch, doing all this extra stuff. Now I'm in his face like, who's bare minimum now? Who's bare minimum me? It was still me. I was still bare minimum because it wasn't my culinary skills that he was talking about. He wasn't looking for handmade pasta. He was looking for a wife and a mother who did her job and did it without an attitude. Saw her children as a blessing rather than a burden. Brought peace and comfort and light to the home. But I was so angry with his honesty that instead of taking a second to consider that maybe I was bare minimum, sis, you can do all the work in the world, but if your attitude is stinking up your home, it's gonna be your legacy. That's gonna be all that's remembered. And most of the time, the problem is we just need to slow down. Now, this is something that I'm still working on, still working through. And recently it was something that I needed to be reminded of. Cooking, cleaning, feeding your family is the easy part. But what attitude you do it with is going to be what's remembered. Working way too hard, don't tarnish your legacy. 30 years from now, your children and your husband won't look back and remember that delicious butter. They'll remember overstimulated, touched out mother who screamed the whole time she made the butter. Turned her back on her husband at the end of the night because she was so tired from churning her own butter.
I have a hard time believing that every married couple settles. My husband told me he settled for me. I was a single mum of 2 when I met my husband. My husband is 9 years older than me. I was 33 when we got married. I'm 41 now. My kids are grown and out of the house now too. My husband got drunk and revealed terrible things that I wish I just didn't know. He married me because he didn't want to die alone. He only had 2 relationships, 3 total if you include me. He's not attracted to women that look like me. He said I'm overweight and he was very underwhelmed by my appearance, but he learned to love me on the inside because even though I'm ugly on the outside,
ugly is the word he said.
even though I'm ugly on the outside, I'm so beautiful on the inside, and that's what makes me different from the other girls. And the way he said that to me, he made it sound so genuine, like he was saying something so sweet and romantic to me. But it's like, dude, don't you realize you just called your wife ugly? Like, wow, what? I cried so much that night. He did apologize since that happened, but I can't get out of my head that my husband thinks he's too good for me. He also said in no world he thought he would ever marry a single mum and basically be a cuck and be a dad to someone else's kids. But he said he didn't want to die alone and I was his only option, so he took on my baggage. I think my husband thinks he deserves better because he's not overweight and more financially stable than most guys. I feel like he thinks he deserves a hot 22-year-old girl with no kids. But it does hurt me that he thinks I'm ugly and he just married me because he didn't want to die alone. I've had people tell me to get over it and everyone settles, but I have a hard time believing that every married couple settles.
So the truth is, most men settle. Most men settle. Most men do not get the woman that they actually want. And that's my opinion, because when I'm around men, right, they could be married in a long-time relationship. Every time they're looking at a woman that they're like, oh my gosh, it's always a woman that looks nothing like the woman that he's with. It's always a completely different look. And it just goes to show, if they had things their way, they would be with someone like that. But they got someone like this and they settle because they like, well, look, this woman wants me. She does everything that, she does everything. She's a good partner. So I'm going to just stay with her. But deep down inside, if they had it their way, they would be with the women that they're fantasizing about. And that's just being honest. Think about it. Most of the men that are successful now and rich and famous and all that, they are not with the women they had when they were not as rich and successful. Now, it happens sometimes, but most of the time, these guys end up being with a completely different woman. It just goes to show, let's just say, if they continue to live that regular life, they probably would still be with that same woman. But due to the fact they came up, got more money, more options, they're not with that woman no more. You know why? Because the women that they fantasize about, they can actually get now. And they can get more than just that one they're fantasizing about, or that one that they can have a whole bunch of them. And that's why I say, man, like, it's just very rare that you go see a man that's actually with the woman he wants. Because if that was the woman he really wanted, he's not going to always cheat on her. He's not going to always be looking at all these different women and ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. If he was with the woman he really wanted, he'll be completely satisfied. Now, some of you will say, that's not true because dudes, they still be cheating with ugly. Because when it comes to the freakiness, dudes don't care. They'll sleep with anything that's somewhat decent looking. I'm talking about like actually wanting to commit and just be with this woman and be crazy about this one woman. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about dudes who just cheat. I'm talking about dudes who be fantasizing about women that they actually want to be with, like, and just have to themselves. It's always a woman that's not the woman that they're with. It's rare that I see a dude being thirsty over a woman that looks like the woman he has. Never. It's always something completely different. I'm just saying, man. I don't understand why people get with people that they don't actually admire physically. And I'm talking about men, man. Like, a man will get with a woman that got a little booty, but he's fascinated by big booties. Why didn't you just get with a chick that got a big booty? Why you get with this little booty girl and you like big booty girls, and now you with the little booty girl and you always staring at the big booty girl? Y'all be getting with women that don't physically appeal to y'all. You get with them, but then you desiring another woman that's physically more of what you want. Why not? I don't understand that. Like, y'all people be settling, bro. Like, I don't understand that. Like, people really, really be settling. And it's not about physicality, but a lot of men are physical. And I've noticed many men, if you look at who they're married to or who they're in a relationship with, they never look like the women that they're after, that they desire physically. They never look like those women. So I'm like, why don't y'all just get with a woman that fits that physical criteria? Why get with someone that doesn't? you just end up cheating on them with that type of woman. It doesn't make sense. I'm not saying that physicality is everything. All I'm saying is, why get with a person that is not what you desire physically? It doesn't make sense. Meet you someone that has the mental and the physical that you like. Y'all meeting people that have the mental but not the physical, then you cheat on them for a girl that has the physical that you like. Or you'll get with a woman that got the physical but not the mental that you like, but then you go cheat on someone with the mental. I just don't get it. Take your time and take your time, because if you take your time, you'll meet somebody with that body you like and the mind you like. Y'all get with people that's missing one or the other, and then you cheat and you just be just nasty, just cheating, just disgusting.
All my dudes with the highest standards, bro, y'all doing something right. A lot of people be saying my standards be too high with the females, bro. But I'm like, nah, you have to have standards, bro. It's not that they're high, they're just what I need in a female. Like, to me, in my opinion, bro, I don't think there's a such thing as having too high standards, bro. It's just who you need and who you want as a person, bro. Like, you want to have a good person who's also attractive, right? Like, a lot of motherfuckers be settling for like a girl that they consider like a 6 out of 10, right? I'm like, okay, bro, but how are you gonna be happy with somebody that you as a person, that you personally don't see as a 10? I'm not saying you're the baddest female of all time, bro. I'm just saying something that you think is a 10 in your eyes, but not like everybody else's. Like, let's just say like he considers her looks a 6 out of 10, but he's dating her, right? And then like maybe they get married or something because he settled. And you're gonna be waking up next to a girl and you're gonna say, damn, she's actually not as pretty as I thought she was. So for me, it's like I want a girl who's like a 10 in looks in my eyes, bro. Like, she's beautiful to me, right? But not only that, she also got the best personality. That she's caring. She's always there for you. She always brings you up, right? So I can't be with a girl who I don't find beautiful in my eyes. And I can't be with a girl who I can't stand to be around because she has a terrible personality. She doesn't give a fuck about me, right? So in my opinion, bro, you got to keep your standards high. One day you will find her, bro. But it's like, you just got to be patient if you want to find the right one.
You're wondering why your man ruined your relationship for such a downgrade. I'm going to break it down to you right now. Why did he do it? Something so fantastic, something so healthy. You were supportive. You saw value in him that he didn't see for himself. You were active. You were helping him in every which way. Yet he ruined it for that. Oof. It doesn't make sense. The big thing is, he had to settle in what he saw in himself. He got lucky with you. Maybe when you first started dating, maybe you were a little more at his level, but you kept progressing. You kept moving forward, and he couldn't do it. So rather than stepping up, he had to step down. That person that you see and you just can't believe that he would ruin that with you for that, that is how he sees himself. That person, that woman, whoever, is where he feels confident in, where he feels he could dominate in, where he feels secure in. And because he doesn't find the value in his potential in himself, so he's going to settle for less so he feels confident and masculine again with this person. And rather than stepping up to be the person that you deserve as a partner and create a culture that is necessary to progress for the future, he decided to just completely ruin it and backtrack to who he was because he couldn't keep going. The number one thing you need to realize, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. There's nothing you could have done, you could have said. You are in no way in comparison to this person. So don't even think for a second, and you're hearing it from your guy bestie, that this is a correlation of your own self-worth and value, because it's all on him. He could have stepped up, but he couldn't do it. And guess what? You're climbing a mountain, boo-boo. It's your journey, and you deserve someone who's going to be climbing with you. You can't carry dead weight. We carrying light, we're carrying spirit, we're carrying grace, we're carrying progress. We don't got time to carry him as well. He has to do it for himself. And if he can't do it, guess what? The fact that he downgraded was a blessing.
So guys, I want to know what you think about this. Honestly, I feel like a lot of men do compromise when it comes to settling down. And most of them were not forced to go down. Most of them intentionally and willingly go down, because a lot of times some girls they want to marry, or some women they want to marry, may be out of their league at that time, or they may not have a lot of money to maintain them, or those girls may be highly educated, the kind of women that they cannot control, the kind of women that would demand a lot from them. So they will be like, no, 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 I don't want this. I want somebody that can be under my control. A lot of times, once men want to get married, they always want a woman which they can control. They want a woman that can be under them. They want a woman they can manipulate. This is the reason why a lot of times a lot of men do settle for less. A lot of men do go down when they want to get married, and at the end of the day they will be unhappy in the marriage, and also they will be cheating on those women. But guys, I want to know what you think in the comment section. I want to know how you feel about this. Let me see you in my other video.